You don't want no smoke, don't want no jazz, nigga. Got the fully automatic with the extra mag, nigga. Super Mario the way I smash, nigga. I be going hard, Draco, put your shit on blast, nigga. 50,000 in the fucking.
But why are girls always so obsessed? Why are girls always so obsessed with toxic men? Like, you know this guy is bad for you. You know this guy is bad for you. But you just walk into it completely. Bila takufikiria. I mean, how is that a thing?
What? I get see what the bottom is. It's not all girls.
Majority, lakini. Majority.
I guess like you're not supposed to show or like una outpour sana because it after a point the girl is like like it's too much. So I'll after another person when you know like she has to kind of beg to get the things you're giving her. Like don't outpour sana like you love.
I
actually understand what
I have a hypothesis to that. Mbona wanakuanga hivyo? Like you see, having been a nice guy previously, I feel like you're not genuine. Like you're not nice just because you are usually nice. You're nice juu unataka kitu. Unaona? So madem naonanga wanaona it's better the devil I know umse ni mbaya najuanga ujamaa ni player than somebody who is coming to you as an angel anasema nini because this person is not being genuine. Probability it's very high for the probability of this person kukua ingenuine is very high kilosafi. But but Pia another thing is it usually seems to be like women usually have in toxicity. For example, this is different completely kutoka hiyo point umetoa. In toxicity naonanga ni kama madem saa zingine kuanga na like preconceived vision or you've already seen the character of this person by kumuona venye anakaa. For example, everyone ananiona nasema huyu nishajua anafanya kazi sijui hapa anafanya sijui nini hapa is this type of person. So your mindset or your preconceived vision of how I am, it clouds your judgment. So unaona kitu unataka kuona, uoni kitu iko. Mimi nimekuonyesha signs zote that I'm very toxic person, lakini unaona kitu unataka kuona. So situation ina end up that you get into a relationship with me. Mimi nakuwa toxic vibaya kwako, I don't care about your emotions. I beat you up na nini, but because you still believe that I am that person you perceived me to be, which is not true, you still stay in the relationship.
Exactly. It's like girls always have this obsession. I don't know if I should call it obsession, but they want, when they see that you're messed up, they kind of have this craving to change. They feel like you can be like the best person for some weird reason, and when I insist change, like wanataka kuchange every part of you. But then again, kuna vitu zenye pia waleta because with every toxic relationship, kuna apps zingine. I mean, the sex is really good. What else? It's kind of fun. I mean, basically, you can have a girlfriend when you mnaenda kutupa naye mayai kwa some building. I mean, that's two messed up souls, and you're having fun.
Yes, I mean, it's possible.
I mean, okay, inadependa unaiangalia. I don't know. Mimi kwa nikiona movies mob, so maybe you.
Hey, okay, mi kwangu kurusha mayai si toxic. Toxic ni unakuja okay, like my sister has a friend. I'm not going to mention any names completely, but apparently boyfriend wake yeye anakaa kwa boyfriend wake, alafu boyfriend wake anamchapanga, anamfukuza nje every single week, but she still goes there. So you see, it brings the question, why are you still going there? Like, because you chapanga every single week. Anafukuzwa at 2 a.m. for example, ama 3 a.m. kwa nyumba yake. So it doesn't make sense pia sometimes why people go back to these toxic relationships instead of ending things. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand you perfectly. Yeah. I mean, I explain when I know a person who literally went through the same thing for 8 years. On and off, wanapigana too. The next day, this guy apologizes and he's like, I don't know, it was my demons. Kiasi, the same story, anapigwa and stuff like that. And I mean, unakumbuka high school tukisoma hii story ya damu nyeusi? This guy was always drunk. Alafu sijui anaamka nimesahau jina ya hii story. Then anaamka kama amepikia udem chakula breakfast in bed ingine kali. Dem ana fall in love all over again. Then jioni tena nakuja na bondo. Like, okay. But it's hard to explain.
Ebu ever tupatie female perspective on this, because me, I really don't understand why you can go back to a relationship which is that toxic. Ile unachapwa kila wiki, like mbona urudi, like what's the point?
Okay, personally, mimi naonanga katika like si madem tunakwanga wajinga once you fall in love. Like ukipenda mtu unapenda like despite yani regardless kama mbaya. Alafu there's this notion that we usually have we usually have that you can change a person. So like hata ukiona takiwa mbaya aje like it's gonna change someday blah 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 yeah. So I guess hadi no wonder like you vumilia a lot despite like
All
the bad conditions, the red flags, blah, 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 yeah.
It's funny because some of the what we were supposed to discuss next is like how can we or what should we do when we are actually in a toxic relationship? Because hadi some people, kwanza ni issue sometimes, some people ukiwaambia that relationship yao ni toxic, watakukasirikia vibaya sana. So how do you even start helping these people? Unaanza hata kusaidia watu sawa.
I swear it's hard because this story ni mob. Watu wameka relationships 8 years, 10 years, 2 years na bado wanaendelea tu na the same trend. Pigwa. And where's your solution? I mean, the possible solution unaweza sema ati okay, visit some family therapist or whatever, of which in Kenya hatuwezi fanya hivyo, ni too expensive, or umwambie ati atoroke aende, but wendo utarudi unatusiwa the next day ati ng'ombe fulani alikuwa nataka tu achane, uko like I was just trying to help, unaona. So it's really hard to figure out how to handle a toxic relationship from the third party. But ukiwa ndani, all I can say is keep your eyes open before you walk in, because it's like a trap. Nika kuingia kwa cocaine, wache itakuwa tricky. Before ingie, keep your eyes open. Watch out for the red flags. Relationships are a tricky situation. You need to know this person inside out. That's why dating is a thing. Dating is like it's nika pre-game your relationship, no? You go for a series of hangouts and meetings and you learn more about this person, no? Enough to actually walk into a relationship. Then once you're in there, you learn an extra more before you actually get committed to this person, no? So basically, just keep your eyes open. That's the only solution for this, because tukikwambia utoroke utatuita ng'ombe. So
yeah.
True. Okay, personally, me I could advise like you don't rush to be in a relationship. Like take your time. I take for like 2 years. Like just take your time. Like there's no hurry enough to. Okay, there's no hurry. Yeah, and once you find yourself in a toxic relationship, imagine just leave. Like it will hurt maybe, but we're talking to just leave. It's not worth it because it can cost you. Yeah.
But really, I personally, I want to have kids by 30. I'm in a rush. I want to have kids by 30. My daughter, I didn't shampatia jina. So ukiniambia nilihari.
Phaustine toxic. You're exactly what you are trying to avoid. Like me naona things like that of like a timeline, and it's very unfortunate. I feel like dating and relationships these days is so far away from what it was supposed to be. Like wase wanaingianga relationships siku hizi for fun and things like that. Na kuna respect for the boundaries in the relationship. So basically, Msami, why are you even in a relationship? Like, what's the point of being in a relationship if you don't see, for example, a future with this specific person? Ama you see them as lesser to you or something. Like, what's the point actually? Like, mbono ungangane kuingia, because it's so much easier to be single. Like, what's actually the point sometimes? So nashanga mbona people should hang on to toxic relationships and things like that. I think you should just leave. Lizzie, restart the video, please.
Yeah, you should leave. But when it gets to the point where the sex is really good, you have to think.
See, so you can risk your life for good. Seriously.
But but for real though, I'm just saying this because personally, I was talking to this girl some time back, and she was like, I can spot a toxic person from miles away. Personally, I've never laid hands on a woman or a girl in any way. Okay, not in any way, because there's like some other ways, but not like I'm beating them up or something. Not like I'm very aggressive or whatever. And this girl was like, you look like a toxic person. I actually think that you're a toxic person. And I was like, okay, wait, me? Because personally, I've been brought up by my mom, never had a dad. And it's like a whole female community than me. So you know how I'm raised up to be. I have to respect women to some extent. Catcalling and all that stuff is not really a fancy. And so this chick is like, you're toxic in a way. And I don't know. I honestly don't know how they see this. I mean, yes, I agree I'm toxic to some extent because I have like toxic issues hidden deep and stuff like that. So I don't know. Yeah. Okay. That's my personal problem.
Well, now I don't know how to spot a toxic according to your definition. Because
I mean, Eva, how do you tell someone is toxic? Let's ask Eva.
Eva, how do you tell somebody is toxic?
That's tough, but okay.
I mean, let's look at Marlon. Look at Marlon. Do you think he's toxic?
I do.
Moment of truth.
Meaning toxic.
Apana.
Why don't you think I'm toxic? Why?
That means you're bad in bed, man.
Hey.
That means you're bad in bed.
Who say toxic people are good?
But everybody is toxic to some extent. Kila mtu akona a percentage of toxicity.
So I'm toxic.
Yeah, okay, everybody is toxic to some percent.
Anyway.
You're crazy.
My point is, it's very hard to specify. Okay, let's talk about toxicity as a spectrum, Basi. Like, you should find people who are hukumbali kwa spectrum pale ni kidogo, toxicity yao si nyingi sana, because everybody has their own flaws. They have to accept that. Sasa, shida ni, if somebody has a history of abuse, umesikia ame on blast around everyone, women are complaining that uchapanga bibi yake ama uchapanga demu wake na vitu hizo. Like, hiyo ni one sign of toxicity. Ila ifai kuassumiwa. Unaona? So, you should really follow up on maybe how people are perceiving this specific person. That's how you know. I think that's actually one of the best methods to find out toxicity in people. Because, for example, labda ka ulikuwa una find out if I'm toxic, ungeuliza Fausto ananijua, anajua mimi si mse toxic. Sina any physical abuse to any single person, either physically or emotionally, say abuse mse. So pia jina ni kitu ya maana in this equation sana. So I'm feeling that is necessary pia. So yeah. Mko na any other points up here? Yeah.
There are like different types of toxicity. Like different types. See, like kuna like mtu ako na bad temper, that's a form of toxicity. Kuna guilt inducer, inafanya you feel guilty every time, all the time. That's also a type of toxicity. Then there's the one who's over dependent. Like you have to make the decisions for them. Like heavy decision on their own. That's also a toxic person. Then there is the overly dependent. Mwenye ako like hazy ambaye anything, like you can control them, you can tell them anything. That's another type of a toxic person. And then there's the belittler. Like ana suppress, anakubility. That's another type. And then there's the user, mwenye anakuuse to, like they just use you for their benefit.
Kafusto sasa.
Yep.
Anyway, like kuna many types of toxicity pia. So toxicity shouldn't be looked at in just terms of physical abuse pekee, because emotional abuse ukuanga sana. Na sometimes hadi emotional abuse uko uchungu kushinda physical. Yani una abuse your emotional, yani like you're being told you're not shit, nini, hadi you feel like you're worthless kabisa. You get what I'm saying? Like that is also toxic. You shouldn't be with somebody who constantly derails you, like constantly puts you down and makes you feel like you're not worth it and everything, because in the end hadi watu wangapi wamejua jo situations ka hizo because of
A lot.
because somebody who is supposed to be very important in your life is treating you like shit. So una feel tu yenyewe this is what I deserve. Pia saa zingine I think pia toxicity sometimes is caused by low self-esteem. Like for example, you feel like this is the only person who can accept me, so I'll just be toxic. I'll just accept his toxicity. Juu ananichunga, for example, in the end. So yeah, may accept.
Yeah.
So what are some of the ways we can avoid this type of toxicity? We only have like 5 minutes to go to end the meeting, so we can quickly discuss about this.
There's so many ways that you can avoid. I've like said it, I feel like nimesema sana, but before you walk in, before you go into anything, read the room. Angalia umse in and out. That's the purpose of dating. Dating si bang na kush na what, just that. Dating is more than that. So jua umse inside and out. Then after that, then unaweza consider ka unataka kuwa na umse kwa life yako, unaona? Which other way can you avoid this, really? I feel like that's the most important way. Yeah.
Ever.
Okay, what I think people should like first of all work on themselves. Like you work on your insecurities first. Ndio usipeleke mtu mwingine, honestly. Because most of the people who I talk with, it's something that's within them, like condemning out. So I think you should just first of all work on you.
Yeah, I agree. And also what I would add on is like you should at least know something about this person before jumping into the relationship. Like usiruke relationship tu ndani bila hata kujua jamaa anafanya nini, his type of character nini, because the more you get exposed to these red flags, the more you get exposed to these red flags, the more you make sound decisions on your relationship. Like usiingie relationship just because of emotion, ati mse anakaa fiti ako na do na nini na akai toxic. Jua, is he God fearing, for example? Is he smart? Does he do this? How does he treat women and stuff like that? Then you will fight off this toxicity. Anyway, tuko na 2 minutes to go. Could you give some closing remarks?
Uh, toxic relationship. Guys, don't project your negativity onto your partner. The whole idea of relationship is to help each other work through issues. And so if you continuously pound on someone and project your negativity, anything that you consider as negative, it becomes overwhelming. So watch out. Just know yourself. Work on yourself, as Eva amesema. Work on yourself thoroughly before you actually accept someone into your life. Yeah.
Ever.
Okay. Before to like know the purpose of dating. Like why are you dating in the first place? Like just don't date for the sake of it. So date because your friend is dating or because it's the trend of the in thing or you don't want to feel lonely. Just know the main, like what's your purpose for dating? Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, thank you guys for joining and doing this interview with me. Hopefully, we'll be able to interact later on and also physically during corona ikishaisha because imekuwa very impactful. Siwezi have physical things. Kama nywele yangu imemea. Anyway, thank you so much.
Next year, bana.
Thank you so much for joining this meeting. I really appreciate, and we shall talk later. Yeah. Okay, guys, you've seen the views of my fellow friends here, and toxic relationships are a really bad thing. You should avoid them, and you've gotten some of the views, and we've had a conversation about this issue. So, if you're in a toxic relationship, please submit your story to my DM. I really want to hear your side. I'll leave a link to my Instagram on my bio. Thank you so much for joining me through this journey. It's been a long video, but at least we've discussed something which is of value, hopefully. And going forward, we can find more solutions to these sorts of problems. Thank you. Like, subscribe, share the video widely, comment on what you want me to do next. And thank you. Bye. Stop the video recording.